There is a voice that whispers when your alarm goes off. It says, stay one more minute. It says, just one more scroll. That voice is not neutral. It is your real enemy. You think the enemy is deadlines, the inbox, or the algorithm. No, the enemy sits inside your rib cage. 2 years ago, a friend of mine kept missing his own life. He set an alarm for 5 a.m. for months. Every morning, snooze. Every morning, excuses. One day, he decided to win 1 minute back. He put his feet on the floor and didn't look back. That single minute became 5. 5 became 30. After 6 months, he launched the thing he'd always talked about. This video isn't about hacks. It's about the small choices that build a life of relentless focus. If you stay with me for the next 15 minutes, I'll give you the exact system, the mindset, the routines, the tiny wins to double your focused output starting tomorrow. Because here's the truth. Productivity isn't time management. It's identity management. So, are you going to let the voice choose your life, or are you going to choose you? Let's begin.
You ever finish a long day and still feel like you got nothing done? Your calendar was full, your to-do list was packed, yet your progress bar still stuck at 0. That's because you've been sold a lie. The world doesn't reward activity anymore. It rewards focus. We live in the distraction economy. The biggest companies on the planet compete not for your money first, but for your attention. Every ping, every notification, every red dot on your screen, that's a tiny hook into your brain. They call it engagement, but really, it's engineered addiction. So you stay busy, always reacting, never creating, running faster on the same treadmill, mistaking motion for meaning. But what if you could flip that? What if your day could expand instead of shrink? Imagine ending each night knowing the 3 things that actually mattered got done. In the next few minutes, I'm not giving you another time management cliche. I'm giving you a system built from the best of neuroscience, psychology, and the playbooks of people who've actually done it. People like Warren Buffett, who said the difference between successful people and really successful people is that the really successful ones say no to almost everything. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do that, how to focus like a laser, build unstoppable momentum, and finally feel that calm satisfaction that says, I owned my day. Let's break it down, and it starts with what you stop doing.
Let me tell you a secret that most busy people never learn. The most productive people in the world do less. Sounds strange, right? But here's what Warren Buffett once told his pilot. List your top 25 goals, circle the 5 that matter most, and then avoid the other 20 like a disease. That's not minimalism. That's focus, weaponized. Think of Steve Jobs. When he came back to Apple, the company had over 350 products. He cut it down to 10. And when someone asked him, what do we do next? Jobs said, deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. That's the art of doing less, ruthlessly. Here's how you bring that power into your own day. Every morning, before you open your phone, before the world steals your focus, write down just one thing. Your MIT, your most important task. Ask yourself, if I only finished this one thing today, would my day still feel like a win? If the answer is yes, that's your battle for the day. Then you protect that task like it's oxygen. Time block 2 hours, shut down notifications, tell the world you're in airplane mode. Because once you win your MIT, every other task becomes optional, not mandatory. You don't need longer days. You need cleaner days. The kind where one powerful, deliberate action replaces 10 meaningless motions. And here's the crazy part. When you focus on the vital few, the trivial many start taking care of themselves. Clarity creates momentum. Momentum creates freedom. That's how great days are built, one MIT at a time. Next, we'll turn that focus into flow. how to guard your golden hours and enter your own deep work zone. Ready? Let's dive in.
Every one of us has a window in the day when our brain feels like a laser. For some, it's early morning, when the world is quiet and the sky's still half asleep. For others, it's that late night silence, when your phone finally shuts up and your thoughts get loud. That's your golden hour. Your job isn't to find more time, it's to protect that time. Because if you lose your golden hour, you lose your edge. Neuroscientists call this state deep work. It's when your brain enters full immersion, no multitasking, no noise, no mental tab switching. In this mode, your output doesn't just double, it can increase 5-fold. Cal Newport, in his book Deep Work, said clarity about what matters provides clarity about what does not. And here's how you make that real. You build a fortress around your focus. Start by blocking 2 sacred hours in your calendar. Treat them like a meeting with your future self, one you never cancel. During those hours, phone goes off, browser tabs gone, door closed, world muted. And here's the magic. In those 2 hours, your mind rewires itself for power, not panic. In the beginning, you'll crave the distraction. You'll feel that itch to check, to scroll, to escape. That's not boredom. That's withdrawal. You're detoxing from chaos. But stay there. Push through the noise, because 5 minutes later, something clicks. Your thoughts align, your words flow, the world disappears, and you become unstoppable. That's not productivity anymore. That's mastery. Michelangelo once said, "If people knew how hard I worked to gain my mastery, it wouldn't seem so wonderful at all." That's deep work, the invisible hours that make visible greatness. So tomorrow morning, when the world wakes up to noise, protect your silence, guard your golden hour, because that's where the real you begins to rise. Now, once you've built focus, the next challenge is fighting resistance, that voice that says, "Not now, maybe later." Let's break that next.
You know that moment when you open your laptop and somehow end up cleaning your desk? Or decide that now is the perfect time to check if your fringe light still works? Yeah, that's not laziness. That's fear, disguised as productivity. Psychologists call it resistance. It's the ancient part of your brain that loves comfort and hates change. And every time you say, "I'll start later," that part of you wins a tiny battle. But here's how you flip the script. The next time you feel that delay creeping in, don't fight for motivation, fight for momentum. James Clear calls it the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If it's a big task, just do 2 minutes of it now. Because action comes before motivation. Picture this. You sit to write that presentation. Your mind screams, "Too big, too hard." So you trick it. You say, "I'll just write the title." Then you write the first line. 5 minutes later, you're in flow. That's how you win against resistance. One tiny start at a time. Next, change your environment, not your willpower. If your phone's on the table, your focus is already divided. Want to study? Leave the bedroom. Want to sleep? Leave the phone. Design your space so distraction has nowhere to sit. Here's a hack I love. Temptation bundling. Pair a habit you need to do with something you love to do. Listen to your favorite podcast only while you run. Watch Netflix only while you fold laundry. That way your brain starts associating effort with pleasure. And that's when discipline feels easy. Remember this line from Inception. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. Procrastination is just fear in disguise. The moment you start, fear shrinks. So today, don't plan the perfect start. Start imperfectly, perfectly imperfectly, and watch momentum build like fire. You don't need more motivation, you just need motion. Because once you move, the universe moves with you. And now that you've defeated procrastination, let's turn those tiny actions into momentum you can see. Microtasks, public commitment, the progress principle. That's next. Have you ever noticed how checking one box on your to-do list suddenly gives you the energy to do 5 more? That's not luck. That's chemistry. Each time you make progress, no matter how tiny, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. And dopamine doesn't wait for perfection. It rewards motion. Harvard researchers call this the progress principle. They discovered that the single biggest motivator in work isn't money, praise, or deadlines. It's the feeling of making meaningful progress. So, here's your secret weapon: microtasks. Break every mountain into steps so small they look ridiculous. Writing a book? Start by naming the file. Launching a business? Start by writing one idea, one sentence, one call. Because every microtask finished whispers to your brain, I can do this. I once heard about a runner who started by running for just 30 seconds a day. That's it, 30 seconds. After a week, it became a minute, then 2. A month later, 5 kilometers. He said, I didn't build discipline, I built trust with myself. And that's the secret of progress. Small wins build self-trust, and self-trust builds greatness. But here's how you make it bulletproof. Go public. Tell your friends, your followers, or even one person what you're working on. Why? Because accountability turns intention into identity. When you declare your goals out loud, you burn the bridge behind you. There's no turning back, only forward. And suddenly, your journey isn't private anymore. It's shared. And that pressure you used to fear, it becomes your power. Every microtask you finish is proof that change is real. Every small win is a vote for the person you're becoming. So don't wait for a breakthrough. Stack small wins until they become one. Because the world doesn't reward the perfect start. It rewards the one who keeps going. So go, build your streak, share your progress, and watch momentum turn into mastery. Now, let's talk about the engine that powers all of this: your systems. The habits, tools, and routines that make productivity effortless. Let's build your machine.
You can't rely on motivation forever. Motivation gets you started, but systems keep you going. Think of systems as your autopilot for excellence. They remove decision fatigue, they save your willpower for what matters, and they make success boringly consistent. And boring consistency is how legends are made. So, let's build your system. Start with 3 rules. Rule number 1, time box everything. Never work from a to-do list, work from a calendar. Block time for every task, study, gym, even rest, because what gets scheduled gets done. When your day starts, your calendar should already tell you who you are. Rule number 2, batch the mundane. Emails, messages, admin, do them in one batch, once or twice a day. That way, your brain stays in creation mode, not constant context switching. You're not a ping pong ball for other people's priorities. Rule number 3, automate or eliminate. Every repeated decision drains energy. Automate the small stuff: meals, outfits, bills, reminders. Steve Jobs wore the same outfit, not for style, but for mental clarity. And for everything that doesn't serve your mission, eliminate it without guilt. Because when your day runs on systems, your golden hours stay protected. Your MIT gets done. Your microtasks turn into wins, and your focus becomes freedom. Systems are how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things, quietly, consistently, every single day. So build yours once, refine it often, and let it carry you when willpower fades. Now, that your system is in place, let's talk about what really decides your destiny: your mindset. The way you think about growth, comfort, and struggle. Because without the right mindset, even the best system collapses.
Comfort is the silent assassin of potential. It doesn't show up to destroy you in a day. It just makes you stop reaching. One small compromise at a time. You tell yourself, I've earned the rest. I'll start tomorrow. And then one day, tomorrow becomes a habit. The truth is, growth never feels good in real time. It burns, it breaks, it's uncomfortable as hell. But on the other side of that discomfort, freedom. Think of a seed, buried in darkness, crushed by soil, drenched in rain. It must break before it grows. So if you feel like life's pressure is breaking you right now, maybe it's not punishment. Maybe it's preparation. Every person you admire, every success story you quote, they all have one thing in common. They chose pain over pause. They refuse the comfort that kills growth. Because comfort gives you pleasure now and regret later. But growth gives you pain now and peace forever. As Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. Either you step into the fire or you stay in the shadows. And the world doesn't need more shadows. Step into the fire. Let it forge you. Because that's where growth begins and comfort ends. So now that your mindset is tuned for growth, let's make it real. Let's turn everything you've learned into action. A 7-day challenge that can change the way you work, and maybe the way you live.
You've heard the tools, the mindsets, the systems, but theory means nothing until it meets action. So for the next 7 days, I want you to run an experiment on yourself. 7 days, 7 chances to prove to your own mind that you're in control. Day 1, choose your MIT, your most important task. Do it first. Day 2, find your golden hour. Protect it like your life depends on it. Day 3, use the 2-minute rule. Start tiny, start now. Day 4, break big goals into microtasks. Stack those wins. Day 5, share your progress publicly. Say it out loud. Day 6, refine your system. Time box, batch, automate. Day 7, reflect and decide who you want to be for the next 7 years. Because you'll realize something on day 7. It was never about time management. It was always about self-management. For 7 days, you'll feel the pull of comfort. Ignore it. You'll feel the voice whisper later. Silence it. And every time you choose focus over distraction, you're not just being productive, you're becoming powerful. And when you look back a week from now, you won't just see progress, you'll see proof. Proof that discipline is not a trait you're born with, it's a muscle you build. 7 days, 1 decision, your turn. And if you're ready for the final step, to lock this in, to make this a part of you, then stay for the last minute, because this is where we end and where you begin.
Remember that voice? The one that whispered, "Stay in bed"? The one that told you, "You're too tired, you're not ready"? That voice will always be there. It never disappears. But now, you know how to answer it. Every time it says later, you'll move now. Every time it says not good enough, you'll whisper, "Watch me." And every time it tries to hold you back, you'll smile because you know the truth. The real enemy was never time. It was never luck. It was you. But the real hero is you too. So when you wake up tomorrow and that voice begins to whisper again, don't argue, don't hesitate, just move. Because greatness isn't built in noise, it's built in silence, in early mornings, in small wins, in choices no one sees. In the end, it's always been you versus you. And the moment you choose you, you win everything. If this message hit you, share it. Comment your day 1 below. Make your commitment public, because this time, you're not just watching motivation, you're becoming it.